Metro Arts is a mecca of innovative creative practitioners and diverse contemporary arts in the Brisbane CBD. For our entertainment project, we are working with the business director, Jess Murphy, to launch the recently refurbished cinema over the next 2 months.
My name is Brooke Donnelly, and my previous experience in event management is what has gotten me interested in this project. Aspiring to be a creative director, I hope that by doing this project, it will help strengthen my portfolio as an example of applying the business skills that we have developed at QUT over the years.
I'm Casvin Yu, and this project appeared as an opportunity to use my skills in business management and strategic development in creative settings. We are also being able to given a chance to use our knowledge of entertainment law in the project in licensing.
I'm Mia Finley, and I chose this project because it was a perfect opportunity for combining our accumulated entertainment skills in business, communications and law with my own interests and studies in film.
Someone to be my friend. Outside, traffic's running slowly. I hear it from my window.
While the group has not yet achieved a significant amount in the sense of tangible outcomes, we are currently very satisfied with our progress, as we are confident that we have made solid foundations and thorough preparations to take on this project and produce it successfully. Time has certainly been a challenge for the group already, as scheduling for face-to-face consultations with our client has been difficult at times. Given that Jess is in high demand as the business director of Metro Arts, and then also the timing of breaks and public holidays, we have only managed to hold 2 meetings with Jess thus far. Several weeks ago, we arrived at Metro Arts for our first meeting. The occasion consisted of a tour of the premises and a briefing on our project, for which we estimated a 6-week timeframe for production. The studio, located on a basement level of the Metro Arts property, is a converted cinema space and has recently been refurbished for programs of theatrical performances and film screenings. The aim of our project is to consider content for the screenings that will align with the Metro Arts brand and obtain the consequent licensing rights, undertake all further necessary research, market the cinema and its screenings, and ensure that it works on a profitable business model. Soon after our first meeting at Metro Arts, Brooke, Casvin and I met again to brainstorm ideas. Brooke and I were especially looking forward to the opportunity of presenting our own film event concepts, as we are both currently carrying out internships as content producers for an online magazine, whereby we are similarly required to follow a process of creative brainstorming and applied research. And with an already extensive understanding of business strategies and marketing, Casvin was also looking forward to the chance to be facilitating a new business model that we would develop for this unique addition to the Metro Arts establishment. At this point of our project, however, there was a bit of a standstill in getting our ideas greenlit, as Jess had very limited availability for discussion. To maximise productivity in this time, the group continued to have meetings to further develop our concepts and consultations with our QUT supervisor. In our latest meeting, we finally got to present our ideas to Jess for discussion. Fortunately, we were advised that we wouldn't be opening the cinema until June now, as the space was already occupied by theatre groups until then, so pressure has been taken off our initial timeframe. Jess was very enthusiastic about all of our ideas, noting that some would be filed to use at a later date, and that for now she wanted us to focus on 2 of our themed concepts.
He faced Israeli army fire to pull off his latest stunt, subversive graffiti artist Banksy.
I call this one of the stranger sights of recent days. Crowds gathered at the LA premiere of a movie made by a faceless graffiti artist from England.
As accurately described in that news excerpt, Banksy is arguably the most subversive and politically controversial graffiti artist in the world, using his work to express strong statements globally. The film Exit Through the Gift Shop, directed by Banksy himself, echoes exactly these sentiments. The team decided that we would open the cinema with a viewing of this film, and an accompaniment of other elements to further make this a unique cinematic experience. Anthony Lister has been compared as the Australian Banksy and has even already left one of his signature illustrations on the Metro Arts building. Following a series of legal disputes over unauthorised works around Brisbane earlier in the year, Metro Arts was intrigued by Anthony and had considered offering him a workspace in one of their studios. Now, we're hoping that Anthony might be available to speak at the Exit Through the Gift Shop screening on the topic of graffiti as an art form from his experienced perspective. Furthermore, we hope you might be interested in aiding us in our marketing strategies, whereby we will implement temporary graffiti around the CBD to advertise the Metro Arts Cinema reopening and our upcoming special events.
次反復横跳び30秒よーい始め次砲丸投げ 1500m 走始め
One Punch Man is a webcomic which began publication in 2009 and rapidly gained popularity that was only further accelerated by its digital manga remake and eventually the television anime adaptation by Madhouse in 2015. As seen in that video, the protagonist is an overwhelmingly strong hero who can kill his opponents with only one punch. However, the fictional character's exercise regime of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and 10 kilometers of running every single day swept Japan as many began to believe that they could really achieve One Punch Man's superhuman fitness by following it. And consequently, the ratings for the series began to suffer as many decided to prioritize their new exercise regime over their latest favorite television show. Jess was very fond of the idea for anime film nights and especially the opportunity to market One Punch Man to the users of Metro Arts' neighbouring gym. At this point in time, we are now further researching and developing these ideas, as well as considering all other aspects of ensuring that this is a successful project. We will be devising marketing ideas to target the inner city residents and workers who would most easily be able to access the cinema, and also the students at QUT who may likewise be in the vicinity. We will also need to carefully research the legal stipulations surrounding our rights to present private film content to a public audience, and then take the appropriate actions to do so. Of course, it is also crucial that we develop a thoughtful and reliable business model for the cinema to ensure that it reaches its full potential for revenue. Given that Metro Arts' objective is to provide affordable inner-city studios for artists, most of their money is actually made in their cafe located on the ground floor of the building, which anticipates up to several hundred patrons before midday every day. The sales of food and drinks is a business model relied on by many venues and will therefore be thoroughly considered in our efforts to help the company's returns and profits. Furthermore, as the Metro Arts Cinema only houses 100 seats, we suggested that it is the ideal size for schools seeking to hire spaces for screenings without the excess cost of far more seats than they require in a standard cinema. Consequently, we will be looking into the possibility for school programs which will also create a purpose for the cinema during weekdays. In the short-term scheme of this project, we are being given the opportunity to work on things like content research and development, creative marketing, and a full business campaign. Additionally, each member of our group is excited about learning box office and the prospect of creating business partnerships in this project. Long term, we have been presented with other opportunities already, as we have suggested an idea to Jess that could incorporate the cinema into the opening of our next project with Metro Arts that she was very supportive of. Moreover, this project also presents several additional opportunities to Metro Arts to further enhance the company's overall business model and consequently further support their artists in residence. With the stage also in the cinema space, there has already been interest from theatre groups like QUT's own Vina Cava. Similarly, Metro Arts has already hosted several performance arts groups like Grit Theatre, and also music performances like Umbra, where the show is exhibited as an art form. Evidently, the space is flexible and has the potential for frequent occupancy, which Metro Arts ought to take full advantage of. As already mentioned, what's next for this project is to continue moving forward on the development of our two particular ideas, undertaking market research and licensing requirements in preparation for the cinema launch. We invite you all to join us for these events, but if you can't make it, just be sure to buy a coffee next time you pass Metro Arts.